Where love rules, there is no will to power, and where power predominates, their love is lacking. The one is the shadow of the other. I have always been impressed by the fact that there are a surprising number of individuals who never use their minds if they can avoid it, and an equal number who do use their minds, but in an amazingly stupid way. It is imperative that we should not pare down the meaning of a dream to fit some narrow doctrine. No language exists that cannot be misused. It is hard to realize how badly we are fooled by the abuse of ideas. It even seems as if the unconscious had a way of strangling the physician in the coils of his own theory. The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. Even a happy life cannot be without a measure of darkness, and the word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. It is far better take things as they come along with patience and equanimity. As far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light in the darkness of mere being. The creation of something new is not accomplished by the intellect, but by the play instinct acting from inner necessity. The creative mind plays with the objects it loves. Nothing is possible without love, for love puts one in a mood to risk everything. A man who has not passed through the inferno of his passions has never overcome them. As far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light in the darkness of mere being. But man's task is the exact opposite: to become conscious of the contents that press upward from the unconscious. It may even be assumed that just as the unconscious affects us, so the increase in our consciousness affects the unconscious. The shoe that fits one person pinches another. There is no recipe for living that suits all cases. Each of us carries his own life form, an indeterminable form which cannot be superseded by any other. Perhaps this sounds very simple, but simple things are always the most difficult. In actual life, it requires the greatest discipline to be simple, and the acceptance of oneself is the essence of the moral problem, and the epitome of a whole outlook upon life. It is a fact that cannot be denied. The wickedness of others becomes our own wickedness because it kindles something evil in our own hearts. Sometimes, indeed, there is such a discrepancy between the genius and his human qualities that one has to ask oneself whether a little less talent might not have been better. The man who promises everything is sure to fulfill nothing, and everyone who promises too much is in danger of using evil means in order to carry out his promises, and is already on the road to perdition. Nobody, as long as he moves about among the chaotic currents of life, is without trouble. If there is anything that we wish to change in the child, we should first examine it and see whether it is not something that could better be changed in ourselves. I had learned in the meanwhile that the greatest and most important problems of life are all in a certain sense insoluble. They must be so because they express the necessary polarity inherent in every self-regulating system. They can never be solved, but only outgrown.